I completed the Pokedex in Pokemon Too Many Types. Some may have heard about a fan game called Pokemon Too Many Types, made by Alpha Rat and his crew. That all it does is take Pokemon Emerald, put some more modern mechanics in there, add some more modern Pokemon, and then slap a bunch of different types onto all of them. So yeah, so it's really interesting to completely rethink the entire type chart for 60 something types. It's kind of crazy, don't you think? Now, obviously, you probably see people making videos about just beating the game or something, but how crazy that, oh hey, this certain type combination works, or this certain type beat this certain type. However, not me. I decided, you know what? Instead of just playing the game, instead of nuzlocking the game, I'm going to complete the Pokedex in this thing. Because, well, for those who don't know, I came out of a Shining Living Dex, so I might as well, you know what? Find a reason to collect more Pokemon. I remembered, oh wait, there's this thing. Might as well see if I can stream it or something. Now, for most people who probably have played this game, that probably played it blind or something, for extra effect, but not me. I've known about this for a long time, since the initial Alpha Rad video about Too Many Types. So I'm well aware of it. I'm also well aware of other, YouTubers who have played Too Many Types. But I decided, you know what? I might as well just stream it. And when I'm not streaming, I make a Twitter thread about it. Just other side stuff that I've done. So, this is the gist of what I did. So, hopefully remember featuring me in the background, putting some more footage of me playing Too Many Types. As we go through some of the standouts that I did while completing the Pokedex in Too Many Types. Now, for starters, the starters. Now, usually in all these different fan games or ROM hacks, there's always some sort of way to get all the starters. If you picked one, there is a way to get, the others. However, not this one. This one, once you get a starter, you're not getting the other ones. Unless, you do trades or something. But trades? You get trades in this thing? You can actually do that? Hold on, I'll get to it when I'll get to it, because trades in this thing are a nightmare. But for right now, we're going to go through the next big standout thing, and that is the in-game clock. Now, it's been a while since I've played Emerald, and it's been a while since I last used Visual Boy Advance to play this thing. However, so, because of the whole, the whole, berry glitch thing, and where all the batteries run out, then, time-based events won't occur. Yeah, the game was stuck at 12 a.m., because I don't know, because the game wouldn't let me adjust the clock initially. So, trying to figure out, okay, how is that going to work? However, I did eventually find a way to get it working, because Visual Boy Advance has, a way to do a real-time clock thing, so I don't have to worry about that. However, something else related to the in-game clock thing was a bit of a nightmare when it comes to Pokedex completion in Too Many Types. And that is the day-night cycle. Now, here's something I legitimately did not know about RSC before doing this. And that is how the game determines day and night works differently in an RSC. Now, usually in most Pokemon games, nighttime starts at 6 or 8 p.m., somewhere around there. In RSC, it starts at 12 a.m. So, instead of being 6 to some other time and then be morning and then day, nah, it's always 12 and 12. So, that's kind of annoying because, well, I don't know, maybe if I wanted to stream something, wanted to get due to a nighttime evolution, but it's kind of the daytime, and have to wait until literally midnight in order, literally midnight my time too, to get the, get the nighttime evolutions, which is why Frostmoth was one of the last Pokemon I got in Too Many Types. So yeah, that was pretty annoying, and plus there were a lot of daytime evolutions that I only had the nighttime to do, so that was pretty annoying. Now, next up, something small, But I've noticed when I was searching through what Pokemon live where, and first of all, I'm gonna say that good on the developers for making sure that the Pokemon that spawn are the Pokemon that's supposed to spawn where. Because sometimes in other fan games when I look at where this Pokemon spawns is usually in some weird location that isn't supposed to be there, or is like actually based in the Kanto or Hoenn Mets, but like it's kind of mismatched. So yeah, good developers for putting on the right locations for what area these Pokemon spawn. However, when I try to look for Nosepass, it's supposed to spawn in Granite Cave. However, I didn't find it at all in Granite Cave. I only found it in the Victory Road, and it seems like some documentation related to Too Many Types suggests that, yeah, it can only be found in the Victory Road, but I don't know where the Granite Cave thing came from. It's just kind of there. Next up is Friendship Evolutions, because I got here thinking with that RSC doesn't have that many good ways for Friendship Evolution. You know how in most games, including GSC, there is some sort of NPC or something to just give a massage to a Pokemon to increase friendship. Yeah, I don't see that in RSC. I don't really see that in Emerald. So really, for me, the ideal way to speed up the process is using the turbo button of Visual Boy Advance and just go left and right all over the ideal hatching line. You know the ideal hatching line in RSC, right? In Mauville City, when you get to the place where you hatch eggs, like there's a line that goes from there, go left straight, go to Verdanturf Town, and go all the way right to the route right of Mauville City to where the water is. So I just go like on turbo mode, left and right all the way in that line for a few minutes, and then that's where you get the Friendship Evolution going. Cause yeah, even though yes, you could use the whole the friendship berries, however, you don't get a lot of them and they take too long to grow. And I'm not going to use hacks or cheats or anything to beat this thing. So I decided, you know what, might just try to go for a more quote unquote time consuming method of doing it. Which is why you're seeing on the final time I did there down in game time, it's going to be on the 70 so hour thing because I abused the crap of the turbo speed. Yeah, there you go. That's okay and all, but here's the thing. What about the whole starter trade thing? Is that a thing? Hold on, I'm not done yet. I want to deal with the trades thing last because this is freaking annoying. So, here's how that... So, before we get to the trades, let's go talk about one huge thing, or one massive important thing that I found out while I was streaming this. And so while I was streaming Too Many Types, I said, you want to go to one of the battle tents, Slateport City. Let's see what that's like. See if what kind of crazy Pokemon with crazy types show up there. It's the Battle Factory tent. And okay, so I'm gonna choose the Battle Factory thing and choose which Pokemon. One of the Ralts. Okay, I'm gonna choose Ralts because it's Ralts. That's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. However, most of the other Pokemon there are just the regular Pokemon with their regular moveset, with their regular types. Unchanged from Too Many Types. Like, there was a Shroomish there. That's why I had to pick a Sad Spore. Of course I would. But, yeah, it's still pure Grass type, which is normal moves. Like, no big deal. So I thought to myself, makes me wonder, like, maybe they only changed the Pokemon that they want to appear in-game, and didn't really care too much about Pokemon that they're not planning to add to the game, or rather, not planning to add catchable to the game itself. Fine. I think it's acceptable, I guess. Like, only change the one Pokemon you actually need to change, and if you're not going to have the Pokemon catchable, might as well not even, bother with them. However, yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing about Emerald, specifically. Now, for those who have known about Emerald, you know the way to get the Regis, right? Go to the Pacific Block Town, surf into a very specific spot on the route there, dive and get to the Braille thing, and it requires you to get a Relicanth and a Wailord in specific spots. Yeah, Too Many Types has both of them. I think you know where I'm going with this. So I got the Relicanth, I got the Wailord, I went to that cave with the Braille stuff, I did the thing, not realize that the Relicanth Wailord reversed, because apparently that's what just Emerald did, just reverse the positions of Relicanth and Wailord, did that, Open up the Reggies. The Reggie puzzle opens. Did the usual Reggie puzzles. By the way, side note, since 2 of the Reggie puzzles require HM moves, and you can't use HMs on your Pokemon menu screen, you have to use the respective key item that you get. So, and you'll see use the respective key items, do the HM moves, open up, you find the Reggies, they're like they're Gen 5 sprite, I believe, if I'm mistaken. You catch them, and then guess what? They have their types unchanged at all from too many types. Their types are still Rock, Ice, and Steel respectively. Pure, that's it. And their movesets are the same. No changes there. So let me wonder, okay, why is this? So wait, why is the Reggies, which are perfectly obtainable normally in normal gameplay and in too many types, completely unchanged in too many types? That's weird, and especially considering what I'm about to say next, which is also kind of weird. So, yeah, the Reggies, or the, what do you call it? What's the official term for them? The legendary giants? Sure. But anyway, you catch them, they're just the normal types. Okay, whatever. But these get weird. They'll get a little bit weirder. So, later on, let's say you beat the game, right? Usually when we see like a video of all too many types, the video in the game ends when you beat the champion Wallace, which is, by the way, a hard fight. Not the hardest fight, mind you, in too many types, if you ask me personally, but it's way among there. So you beat the game, right? You eat the credits and everything, and then you say, oh, you're gonna go back to your house, because that's how the game works, and you find Latias, sure. And Latias does change his type. So it's like, okay, what about Groudon Kyogre? I mean, if Rayquaza has not only a new type, but its own unique type, let's see what happens with Groudon and Kyogre. So I go through their places, normal gameplay, and, encounter them normally, catch them normally. Yeah, they're not changed. Their types are still the same. They have unchanged types too. Groudon is still pure ground, Kyogre is still pure water. But unlike the Reggies, they get their Aura signature moves in too many types. So I think, okay, so if the devs know to change their signature moves of Ground Kyogre, why didn't they change their types? Or maybe they were supposed to, or something, or maybe just wanted to. I don't know. Maybe this is sort of like pre-programmed thing that they decided to put as part of adding the modern mechanics and stuff. Sure, but I decided not to change the types of Ground and Kyogre. I just find that weird. Now, there's one more thing, one more set of Pokemon that is completely unchanged, that is obtainable through normal gameplay. However, now we're going to talk about the trades. So, here's the thing with the trades, right? They're doable. You can get one instance of Visual Boy Advance, or even like original hardware, find a way to patch Emerald to get it. And then find another instance of it on separate Visual Boy Advance if you have the link mechanic on it. Do that, and you can do trade normally. So yes, they are, you can just trade normally. So I used a player or two of too many types just to get the remaining starters. You would think that would be easy. It ain't, because I don't know if it's because of Visual Boy Advance thing or too many types thing, but the thing crashes way too much. Like, I had to take several tries just to get the trades going, only for them to crash more often than not. So, yeah, they do crash quite a lot, but they're doable. They're still perfectly doable, so I did that, sure. So, once I got that, I actually ended up using one of the other starters. So I was using 2 starters for the quote-unquote final team. So, I finished the Pokedex for all intents and purposes. I said for all intents and purposes because, even though you do see a lot more Pokemon as enemies like Deoxys, you can't encounter it in normal gameplay. So, it's perfectly skippable. So, it's technically not counted for the diploma. And why not? Same thing. It's not, since it's not part of the Pokedex, it doesn't count. And plus, like, it's a Mirage Island thing. You can't. I still haven't got why not, but it doesn't count for the Pokedex completion. I might as well just do it in. Just ignored it. So yeah, once you complete the Pokedex in Emerald, normally you go to Birch, and Birch will give you the choice of either Cyndaquil, Totodile, Chikorita. Which is kind of funny because Chikorita is one of the starters in too many types. Now, I didn't see whether or not Chikorita is, still, grass bean type, or is that completely separate Chikorita, which is pure grass type. I didn't check, nor do I want to check. But the important thing is that Cyndaquil and Totodile, not only are they completely unchanged from, too many types. I mean, fair enough, I guess, in their case, because what are the likely options you're going to be like me and try to complete the Pokedex in too many types? Doing all the trades and stuff without doing, like, hacking or anything. So, what are the odds people are going to have encounter that? I guess, fair enough for that. But here's the thing, not only were they completely unchanged, but they're also completely unchanged with some other thing that I've recently found out with too many types. So, here's the thing I recently found out with too many types, right? So I initially thought that, okay, if it's trade compatible, like, with itself, is it trade compatible with Vanilla Emerald? So, like, because in Vanilla Emerald, you can get Wynot, normally. So I think, okay, what would happen if I just go to, go to the player 2, go all the way to Lavaridge Town, get the Wynot egg, and then see what happens. However, and get this, I thought trading with Vanilla Emerald was impossible. I generally thought it's completely impossible. Because, Pokemon has, like, different types and stuff. And what I found out a bit later, that if you view the summary of a Pokemon from too many types that has a move that's not in normal Emerald, the game will crash. I thought to myself, okay, so that's not happening. What if I just bring the Regis and maybe, like, Typhlosion and Feraligatr on? Or no, it was just Feraligatr. I brought just Feraligatr and, like, 2 of the Regis to see what would happen if I end up being trade compatible with Vanilla Emerald. So it turns out, it is trade compatible with Vanilla Emerald. I could, in fact, trade with Vanilla Emerald. So that opened up a huge can of worms that I completely regretted because something weird happened when I did. So I opened up, I did the trade, somehow got it to work. But here's the thing, I brought Regirock, Regice and Feraligatr to a trade with a freshly, saved Emerald on player 2 with Torchic, Luciana, and Wurmple. Get this. Get this. Some of the Pokemon switched around. So yeah, apparently, the data for Regirock and Regice on too many types, in Emerald, they're registered as Shuppet and Bayonet. And for Torchic on Emerald and on too many types registered as Ralts. So, and then some other Pokemon that were registered there too, so that's not boring. I don't remember. But I think one of them was Breloom for something. I think it was Poochyena was Breloom. But point is that, some of the Pokemon got switched around. Some of the Pokemon data got kind of messed up. But the only Pokemon that's completely unchanged was the Feraligatr. The one that Birch gives you. The one that you're really not supposed to get in normal gameplay in too many types, because who would think about trading in too many types? Me. Anyway. So, yeah, Feraligatr is completely unchanged. So, then I thought to myself, okay, if all the Pokemon have switched data around, it would trade with Vanilla Emerald, and the Wynot egg in too many types has the Galarian Ponyta, and Galarian Ponyta, as I found out while I was playing too many types, that it is not learning any TMs for some reason. And not even when it evolves, it learns that TMs. So I thought to myself, maybe if I were to, maybe like the data from Wynot has been transferred to Galarian Ponyta, so Galarian Ponyta learns the same moves as normal Galarian Ponyta, except, the gender type. But it doesn't learn TMs because its data was superimposed over Wynot. Turns out that it probably is the case. So I didn't go any further than what I just saw with, the whole Torchic as Waltz thing. So I decided not to go there because I'm just going to assume that if I were to go in Emerald all the way to Lavaridge Town, get the Wynot egg, and do a trade with too many types, it's just going to show up as Galarian Ponyta. So I just quit there. So I'm not going to get Wynot. It's not required anyway. So yeah, with that, I guess with all of that, so here's what I found out about too many types Pokedex. That, not all Pokemon have changed. The ones that do are kind of, and the ones that do, like, while they are technically trade compatible with regular Emerald, their data is switched around, so they're different Pokemon. And, yeah, annoying clock and friendship evolution nonsense. And the maximum amount of Pokemon you can get in Too Many Types is 302. However, I did use save states to grab the Totodile line because I grabbed Cyndaquil earlier. So with one necessary use of a save state, I got 305 Pokemon in Too Many Types. 306 technically, since why not technically possible, if like you can get Mirage Island going. But trust me, hacks and cheat codes, Game Shark code breaker nonsense, they do not work on Too Many Types. I tried, didn't work at all. So technically the maximum you get is like 306 on the National Dex, and the Pokedex ends at 299. Technically 300 count Deoxys, but like I don't because nobody does. Or rather, the Game Freak developer they hang to the diploma doesn't count Deoxys, even though it's technically in the Pokedex. But whatever. So yeah, that's it for me to talk about Too Many Types and the rabbit holes that I went under when it comes to specifically Pokedex completion. Now, it's not out at the time of this, but if you want to see the full stream, the whole 16 hours of me playing Too Many Types, remind me to get the Twitch collection up so you can see the whole thing in full. And soon enough, maybe in a couple of months or so, I'm going to release the shortened versions of it here on YouTube. But for right now, see you guys later.